kills statistics. I think Jabal. That guy was insane. Because Jabal years, decades after I see a game, his stats. Actually to beat King James.
That's okay.
He's good.
Yeah, but from basketball, Simba Bhora is winning the league.
What do you mean?
What do you mean Simba Bhora?
Simba Bhora is winning the league. They're retaining their title.
They lost the number of players. There's no consistency. They've got a new coach.
Yeah, but they took Dynamos right to the wire. Biggest club in Zimbabwe.
When? No, it's Dynamos who took Simba Bhora to the wire.
That's how big Simba Bhora is.
No, I just wanted to correct you.
But that's how big Simba Bhora is, isn't it?
Big in name and in affluence, to borrow his word. But in terms of squad composition, you cannot at any given point belittle that squad. It's a very strong squad. But like he said, there are a lot of dynamics there that will be a big problem for them to retain the title. One of which is a new coach. I wouldn't want to use a relatively inexperienced, no. It may not be the right expression to use, but I think there are coaches that are at a stage that is a bit ahead of him for now, that would have a bigger say regarding winning the title. And it's an environment that is a bit tricky, if you want to be frank. These money bags, I think you would concur. They are not your easy environment. A few bad results can change the whole narrative. So them retaining the title, in terms of personnel, if you look at the players that they have within their ranks, I mean, you will not be blamed or faulted to say, to have that notion and to bring it forward. But looking at the other dynamics, I think they'll be there competing. They'll be in the top four. That I think it is well within their capabilities. But winning the title, I think it's a bit tricky this time around.
Remember, guys, last season when we were talking about Ngezi Platinum going into the new season, there was the one thing that we kept on saying that, you know what, how would they handle the African Safari as well as the PSL?
The PSL.
Is that also a problem that Simba Bhora
I don't think so, because when they go for the African Safari, they'll be mid-season or maybe just before mid-season, and that's when they pick up the form. And you look at the quality that they've gotten in their side, if we were to judge by names, not how they played against Dynamos, but you look at the size that they have, I think it's one that will compete greatly and competently on the African Safari.
But really?
Though, yeah, because I believe they've got, do you know, let me use vernacular. In 7 kulabantu okleva bebhora.
Okay.
Izanondo zebhora baba.
Okay.
Those guys, they're never together. They never started the game. I'm sure you wanted to also see certain players, you know. And unfortunately, it was the tactics that Joe Lupasha lost on the day against the Dynamos Midgets. Pardon my pun. But I will tell you this, because, you know, the size that they have, and the skill, you talk of big players here, experienced players, perennial campaigners. Though nomadic, given the resources, these are players that can achieve. These are players that can achieve something at the end of the day, because I believe with the great motivation, you know, this is not Dynamos that is going on African Safari where you have problems with salaries or not getting enough food or anything.
Can I respond?
Did Dynamos go on the African Safari?
They did.
And how did they do?
Fairly well.
They did fairly well.
Fairly what?
Fairly well.
They failed to beat the Botswana team. Hello? That's not well. This is not a Dynamos. Dynamos is at a different level. Dynamos is at a different level. Dynamos is a team that has been into the finals.
Yes,
Dynamos is semi-finals. This is the quality. This is how we rate Dynamos.
Can I bat it?
We do, Dynamos that fails to go into a group stage. No way. No way.
Whilst
But this one,
agree,
depending if they're lucky with the draw. If they're lucky with the draw, because sometimes you have to be lucky with your draws.
Simba
Bhora, yes. If they're lucky with the draw, they'll be in the group phase. Why? Because of the quality that they have in terms of and experience. They've got Mr. Chibuku now. They've got Mr. Chibuku as a striker. William Manondo.
What experience are you talking about when you've got the likes of Blessed and Derek? What experience is that?
No, but Blessed and Derek, look at how good he is. He just needs others.
I mean, you know, I'm a big fan.
Good.
You know, I'm a big fan.
What's his name? Makunike Jr. You know, he came in, he showed what he can do.
Yeah.
In the team.
The only problem with that boy is he's not serious.
That's what I'm saying. But this is early days.
But
early days. Let's give him benefit of the doubt. Let's not judge by what he has done before. I think he would have learnt his lesson from last season. You know, where he failed to command the first team jersey at Simba Bhora when Tonderai Ndiraya was there. He had gained a lot of weight, but I liked the Junior Makunike that I saw on Saturday. You know, he was willing to get the ball, he was willing to pass, to dribble, he was willing to work, and if he keeps that, all right, this is what I'm saying to you, lad. I know you're going to watch this podcast. If you're serious with your football, you're bound to reach greater heights. Him and Dereki, trust you me, Simba Bhora might be, because unfortunately they've got the money. They might not lose them midway in the season.
You leaving out to not Daddy, and they also had Buto.
That's why I said, look at Buto, another impressive.
I know, talent. Excited. But anyway,
that's what I'm saying. This is a side that has got experience.
Let me tell you something. You know, the African Safari is not just about the quality of players that we have. It's about who you are as a team.
We did say this.
The respect that they attach to the brand comes into play. FC Platinum, a brilliant side, technically and in every other way. They faltered not because of technical ability, if you ask me. The faltering is a result of who they are. Because in Africa, in the Safari, the brand is what is respected. I'll give you a simple story of TP Mazembe playing against Cape United. They actually didn't realize how big a club they were playing. Then when they came here, that's when they were shocked, when they realized, wow, they knew more of Dynamos, but when they came here, they realized, wow, they're playing a big side. And it played to Cape United's advantage. And even when you go out there, if you've got a name, Simba Bhora, people ask, who is Simba Bhora? And I mean, imagine them playing Al-Ahly, and Al-Ahly is like, okay, Zimbabwe, we know Dynamos, Cape Island, Canas. Remember Canas, they beat us. You said Simba Bhora.
They'll think of a lion.
You get the thing of lion. But in terms of the African Safari, if I were to give them an advice, if they intend to, I know this can be a very unpopular opinion or advice, if they intend to return or challenge or to defend their title, they should make sure that they exit the African Safari quickly. I'm telling you.
Oh, they can't do both.
If they're going to have it, if they're going to have it concurrently,
Sorry, I'm back.
They are going to have serious problems. Why? Because it's not just about personnel. It's also about, it's about a lot of things, some of which I may not be able to say on the platform. But what I'll tell you is, because right now, a certain Premier Soccer League coach, and in fact, Norman Mapeza said, and I concur, the teams we have now, they are not ready to compete at that level. And I concur. You may have all the funding and everything, but I don't think they are at that level. But anyway, sport is about being proven wrong. They can prove me wrong. I would be glad if they prove me wrong.
Yes, I think we did talk about this a couple of weeks ago on the pedigree of the teams that are there right now. And if you want to hear more about what we talked about, then you can actually go on our YouTube channel, that is BC Entertainment, and you will find that podcast there. We'll give you details on what we thought about the pedigree of the teams that we have right now, what is stopping them from dominating the African African Safari, just like the likes of Sundowns are doing. You can go to that podcast. But let's take a look at their opponents on Saturday. That is Dynamos. Scoring injury time shows a bit of character from the Glamour Boys.
Yeah, it gives confidence to Dynamos. I know their fans didn't believe in them with how they've prepared or started the season, as it were. But, you know, I don't know. Dynamos, I think it's a side that thrives in poverty or when things are not good for them. So, I mean, this is an opportunity.
Are you saying that Dynamos won't succeed if they got the money, everything is
call it chaos. Poverty, withdraw, honorable.
Dynamos can't even pay salaries.
That's poverty.
Yeah, that's poverty.
Oh, okay, I understand. So you are
they can't even sign big players. They can't compete. They are the biggest club in the country. Don't expect them to be where they are. They should be one of the richest clubs in Zimbabwe. And now,
where are they? Where are they?
Right now, they're in poverty. I've just said it.
How many teams are not in poverty?
No. I'll tell you.
How do we define
in the
poverty?
league right now?
Yeah, define poverty.
Define poverty.
Poverty is
Don't say Dynamos.
Poverty is when you fail, you know, to do certain basics in football. Like, do you know when they were going for their medals, somebody was already wearing their own jeans after the game. Certain basics is that. I saw a player.
What does that have to do with poverty?
No, it's poverty.
He's right.
But it's not poverty.
No, mentality is poverty.
It's poverty.
Poor mentality is poverty.
Because one thing you should say, you're going to receive medals. Yeah. All right? You just say you're a player who was on the list to receive a medal, but you do not play. We expect you to be either in the Dynamos regalia.
Yes.
Full regalia.
If you're formal, it's a Dynamos suit.
Or you're wearing Dynamos checks.
Was the jean blue?
It wasn't. It was black and white.
I don't have an excuse for it.
No, it was ripped. You know how those boys, what they were?
That's a formal.
You see?
That's a formal platform you're not supposed to do.
So you can't do that. So it shows the poverty in the team, the lack of professionalism within the team, the lack of leadership in the team, the lack of organization. That's poverty. That's what I'm making reference to. So with Dynamos,
but you're saying they thrive in.
They thrive in it somehow. Maybe it's what they are
accustomed to.
It's maybe what the traditional Sangoma told them. Uguti hayi madoda, vele lingaqoqeka vele hayi. Aliwini cent, aliwini lutho la.
Let's be.
Yeah, right now Dynamos are displaying 3 cups, bro. They've got the Independence Trophy. Yeah. They've got the Chibuko Super Cup Trophy.
No.
They've got. You see.
Val.
So now,
No.
Wait.
Let's talk about the Independence Trophy. No.
It's an accolade. Even right now, when you go to the accolade,
I agree because everybody participated in that.
Yes.
But Independence, they are handpicked.
Chibuko.
That's the one that I'm talking about. Those ones.
Then they challenge.
For you to play,
they're displaying those.
Yes,
they're displaying those.
Independence removed.
Baba.
I've always said. I think that cup needs to be the one that takes people to Confederation. Everybody should participate. Independence is for all body. You know that.
No, let's bring back. We'll talk about that.
Football
it's a topic for another day when we say we want to bring back the Ziffa Cup.
Yeah.
You know, I think the new executive has to look into that and bring back the Ziffa Cup to come back, because that's what, and that one would give you, the impetus to go to the other African Safari as well. That would be fair. Now, still talking about Dynamos poverty and how they did well on the day. Tactically, I think Mablanyo beat his former assistant because you can't have a
with
side.
The long balls.
With the long balls, you saw that's intelligence from Mablanyo. you saw I can't play carpet football.
The equalizer came from brilliant play or set piece.
It was brilliant play
in the set piece.
Yeah,
yes.
I think today you are measuring language and.
I know,
because when you're using terms like brilliant, and you paint a picture of.
No, but let's look at how Dynamos played.
It wasn't brilliant. Is not.
Okay, good combination play. Look at the chances that Dynamos created in the first half and they missed because of maybe lack of sharpness. They just had 2 friendly matches to the build-up to their.
Why?
No, that's what I'm saying.
It works.
It worked, and that's why they had to pull out Valentine.
You were playing?
Yeah.
You were playing?
Kadonjo, not him.
Kadonjo was playing, and he missed quite a number of chances. I remember in the first half as well as in the second half, as well as the penalty that he missed. But they managed to get an equalizer at the nick of time, to take it to extra time. All right? And Simba Bhora, with all the experience that they have in the team, they couldn't break that Dynamo side. You know, it was resolute. It was good. It was. I mean, I said to myself, this is a side. This is a side.
David being bigger than Goliath.
Yeah. This is the side. This is the side. I said to myself, yeah, people might laugh at, you know, because of their poorness or their impoverishment. But one thing that they can give you is a result. I experienced that during Callisto Pasua's tenure, when you won 4 titles for Dynamos. You didn't play the most beautiful game. He had good quality players, but his football wasn't eye-catching, but it delivered the correct results. That's why we always say sometimes it's not how you play, how fancy you are, how you display. It's the result at the end of the day, and that's what Dynamo's got, and they've got the trophy.
Valentine has a problem of bringing strange examples sometimes. You know, the Callisto Pasua, that was a very effective mission.
Aye, bo. Buza anyone not at Dynamo say to Peven.
Players that were there.
Yes, the players were quality, but the player wasn't.
Look, you had Devon Jaffa at his peak, the peak of his powers. You had Den from Kama, the peak of his powers. You had Ocean Shooter, the peak of his powers. You had Tawanda Parate, the peak of his powers. There was Mrape who was like the medium of the team. You had, I mean, it was just, you know, so I mean.
Oh my word. Okay.
That's his way.
All right. Which is very interesting because at one point Valentine was telling us Simba Bhora could dominate the African Safari. Then the next point he says they can't break down Dynamos. So
it's going
to be interesting.
I said don't belittle Dynamos.
Thank you for being so.
No, I said don't belittle Dynamos. But Simba Bhora, with all their quality and all their preparation, they probably were just checking before the season starts, all right? Who can start for them, giving everyone an opportunity.
So this was a friendly for Simba.
But they are a solid side.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know, when you look
I don't dispute how they played. I'm saying Dynamos needed it more because they are the troubled side.
It's probably what they are going to win.
Yes, exactly.
And they got the Chibuku Cup. They've won it twice.
I'm saying it's
so don't dispute my point.
Probably what they are winning. It's probably the only thing they are winning this season.
That's what I'm saying. Don't dispute my point. Dynamos took that cup seriously. They gave it their all. They took it seriously. You know, while Simba Bhora, I'm saying they lost that game, not that because they're poor or they couldn't break down Dynamos.
But they couldn't, Baba.
But because they were trying quite a lot of things.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
They were trying a lot of things.
All right. Can we say, gentlemen, what we saw on Saturday is a good indication of what type of season we're going to have?
Yeah, for me, I would agree with that. How so? If you look at maybe the squad compositions, like I was saying, contrary to popular, you know, beliefs and opinions held out there by a lot of people, I think Dynamo is actually a decent side in terms of the squad composition when you look at the players, because you've got a back four that is like. Yes, but you look at, I mean, you may describe Jalai as that, but he's also
you look at
very efficient and good.
Wait, are you saying they're full of Martinez's there?
Yes.
They've got little
ones.
So, look.
But they can be tricky, man.
Look, you have Emmanuel Jalai, you've got Clive Mandive, you've got they had Donald Jinyai, who Grapevine is saying he's gone. They had no more Chinyerere. It was a solid before. You have got Shadrack Nyawa, your Temptation Chiungo. It's a solid, you know, team. It's not as bad as people think. Valentine Kadonjo and others that Valentine would describe as midgets, but they were solid. But if you go to Simba Bhora now, man, there's like That's a beast. Because you want to look at the players that they got onto the field of play from the bench, and those that did not actually get to play. So it's quite, for me, that speaks to a very strong season, because it's not just them. Very little is known of maybe FC Platinum, because they've been doing their business silently. And I understand they've brought in, I think, 2 or 3 guys from Malawi to bolster their squad.
Yeah.
Chicken Inn, they unveiled, I think, 4 players yesterday to bolster the squad, including Bhora. You remember Walter Bhora,
yes.
from Ngezi Platinum, who's the speedy Walter Bhora. They are a strong side. So I think that speaks to, it's going to be a very competitive
Don't
season.
forget Tel One. Their recruitment has been top notch. Those are my dark horses.
They are dark horse, really.
I'm good. I'm had them for relegation. So
Tell one.
I need to look at
you
that.
You are
again.
joking, because how do you get Frank McCarthy relegated? I mean, let's not talk about that. But I mean, you've got Frank McCarthy, you've got all the experience that you need, the organization at the back, and they got Innocent Zambezi. No, Zambezi, yeah.
Yeah, he went to Tell One.
You went to one, not Mos. Is it not?
Oh, you went to Mos.
Yeah, but they have bolstered the squad with a number of players. Some of the names probably have escaped the head, or I can't recall offhand. But what I can tell you is they're also a very strong side. So the teams having bolstered, I think we're going to have probably the most competitive season in the past decade.
All right. Having said that, gentlemen, quickly, I'll start with you, Valentine. Or maybe should we end with Valentine, because his is always controversial.
No, I think he should.
He should start, isn't? Valentine, give us your top 2 and the teams to be relegated.
Top 2?
Yes.
Haibo. Top 2?
Yes. Oh, you want to make it top 4? We'll spend the whole day here.
It's always top 4 though. But
all right, fine. Top 4. Give me your top 4 then.
Top 4. Dynamos Highlanders.
So is it in a particular order?
No, in no particular order.
Yeah, but because we said top 4, you should have.
Dynamos Highlanders, Caps United. And
no, we don't want to.
Wait, it's my top 4. Why are you disputing my top 4?
Don't be political.
Oh gosh, didn't that end up in a draw? What happened there?
It was a rival. They both were black and white. So
in no particular order.
In no particular order. Dynamos, Highlanders, Caps United. Then I can bring in, I think Simba Bhora will be in the mix.
What happened to the money bags?
Scotland,
the affluent side.
They'll suffer from identity crisis. I think they've got more hotter heads in their team, which could affect, the unity of the squad. And that's what
they were bonding and.
No, Bevan, it's different. Their
egos
will come to play. Sometimes you need average players to balance up the egos. And average players.
There are some average players.
It will depend how Tondera Indira handles that. Which I'll probably add them and relegate another mid-season, because we have an opportunity to do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, so they'll be knocking somewhere there.
Yeah.
They'll be knocking somewhere there. But what I'm saying is, I think if Draya, I know he's a good disciplinarian and probably he's going to handle proper, but if he doesn't deal with attitude and egos in that team, because it's full of very talented players that will all want to play week in, week out. They don't have any other, African safari like Simba Bhora does that, some players will be told, I'm keeping you for the African safari. Don't worry about that. Like how you handled in the English Premier Soccer League and other European leagues.
And your dark horse?
My dark horse this year is Tel One. And because I respect and love how Jompano,
The Jompano fan.
Yeah, I love how he wants football to be played. I have so much respect for that. And I think Mugweru Miyamuya, Shoma Zishabuda need 3 points gonna win. Otherwise, 3 points it's how they will play on the road that will determine where they'll be at the end of the season.
Yeah, we should have definitely finished with Valentine. That's very long.
Because you're interrupting me.
I
was being rudely interrupted by you.
I had tell one relegated. Come on, no one wants to hear my opinion. I had tell one relegated. No one else. I'm useless in this. Who's getting relegated?
I think Kwekwe United are going back.
Kwekwe.
I think Moz are okay.
Hey, you wanted my prediction.
I think Moz will survive. I'm not too sure about ZPC Kariba. They were draw masters last season. Because I'm not privy to their business off season and what they did, but I fear that might be the team going down for me. If not Triangle. Because Triangle being new boys and coming into the big boys club this time around.
But they used to, didn't they? Used to make it
easy.
They're returnees, yeah. But what I'm saying is because between Triangle and ZPC, because I wasn't following their transfer business, so yeah, I'm caught in between those two. But definitely Kwekwe United, I think they're gone.
All right.
What do you know about Kwekwe United?
I know a lot, Kevin. I was at the award ceremony.
The only thing he knows is that it's from Kwekwe. That's the only thing he knows.
It is saying that I mean, come on. By the way, okay. Anyway, let me.
Hey guys, on our comment section, give us your top 4 teams that you think will be relegated. Your views are very important, and we do love your interactions here. So please give us in the comment section who you think is going to win the league, who are going to be in the top 4, and who you think is going to be relegated. Bevan, it's your turn. Bevan is going to look up. Is going to look up for a minute.
I'm not looking up.
I'm sure it's got Manika Diamonds and Caps United.
For me,
Caps United probably.
For me, this season is I think the toughest to call of all the seasons that I've watched in the past 10 years. I think it's going to be difficult to come up with 4. I'm not so sure if...
I stick to the script, we said 4.
I'm not so sure if I'm able to do that. Because...
Who give 4 teams that you think...
Teams. Yeah, who allow you one for control.
Not in particular.
Listen to that. He was insisting.
No, you say these teams not.
I said it was my personal opinion.
Yeah, but not in any particular order.
Yeah, let's stop arguing.
So I'm just telling you 4 teams that will be in that.
I tell you, if I don't see Caps United, I will lose it.
I already know the top 4.
I will.
Should I take it for you? So that I help you think.
Let's go.
Caps United, FC Platinum, Manika Diamonds,
Simba Bhora.
Maybe Scotland.
Scotland, Dagos. He's done. Relegation?
No.
Let's go.
No, that's not my top 4. Of course, he has a number of the teams, but not all of it. But FC Platinum, I see them coming back into the top 4. I also see, because mine is based on research, though, knowing what these teams have been doing. You have Manika Diamonds, they have had serious investment this time. They're doing quite well.
Who's their coach?
Manika Diamonds. I think it's Jairus Tapera. He did not leave.
Oh, what did he do last season again?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they lost it somewhere, but they were good.
Okay.
He's the Arsenal of our football in Zimbabwe.
And Caps United, they're doing well. They're there.
All right.
I'm caught in between Simba, Bhora, and Scotland. Yeah. Because you also don't want to downplay. You see, as much as we may talk of egos to come and play, but it's like national team.
Football, yeah.
These guys, they are technically very good.
Good, yeah.
They can. Yeah, I would have. Unfortunately for Simba, but I would have Scotland. Then the dark horse for me would be Simba. But as much as
so you have put them both together.
Dark horse.
I know you have a top 4. Top 4, you said.
Top 4, I said Caps United, Manika Diamond, FC Platinum, and Scotland.
Oh, all right. Then dark horse, Simba Bhora.
Simba Bhora.
Okay.
We got how many correct there? 4. Cool.
We got 3.
4.
3.
We got 4.
We got 4 out of 5.
It's okay. It's okay. You see, the problem is he spends too much time with me. So he's bound to know my view.
Did you know mine?
Relegation?
That's why I was telling you to stop being politically correct and tell us the honest truth. It did not tell us the truth anyway. Anyway, relegation for me is going to be a bit difficult. You see, the team that I have a serious soft spot for, I fear for them this season.
Yada.
That's Yada, yeah. I fear for Yada.
But they've got an eye somehow in their recruitment process.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the players that left. I have to put them there, but I hope they will not be relegated.
Who accompanies them?
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
You could go for Kwekwe.
The easiest of them all.
I know
That is
nothing
so
about
cheap.
Kwekwe, but I think, yeah, they may be in the relegation mix, yeah, because very little is known of them. I think, yeah, they'll be there.
The coach by Socha.
Yeah, but it's difficult.
It's difficult to beat, yeah. He's a tricky guy.
Is good at defending.
Defending is very...
But
he saved...
I'm not so sure about Bigita Minerals this time around.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's they may first job. Then the fourth one. Now this one is tough because ZPC Kariba definitely are not going down.
They sold the franchise, then they can't not have a team either. ZPC.
The fourth one, I'm failing to come up with that.
Yeah, well, okay. We'll drop that one. We'll ask you as the season goes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I think ZPC won't be forgiven for taking a franchise out of the southern region and giving to the northern region.
Okay, let's proceed.
ZIFA committee appointments. So ZIFA has appointed 15 members to 15 standing committees to oversee various aspects of football development and administration. Notable appointees: Dixon Choto, Nomsa Moyo, Sheriff Musa, Ruvene Kuparinyatwa.
What is she doing there?
No. Before he goes on, can I just say something about this? I think, put aside the compositions. I think it was a noble idea to have, to break these things down and try to have this refreshing trajectory. Well, I know there's a certain somebody itching to say a lot regarding the composition. But I like the idea.
Yeah, do you like the idea as well?
Beautiful, magnificent.
You have no problems with it.
Kodwa.
Yeah, it's about Bhora, and let's not award or give or nominate people into these committees out of Thanksgiving, and getting the trove on the meal for others, because I think that's the challenge that we'll face. We are faced with that will challenge us, because what we want is efficiency. The reason of these committees is to bring efficiency into football, with different committees that will be responsible and tasked to do and execute certain tasks. All right? Yes, people might argue to say, but we've got people already there. But did we get the right people? And where are the right people? One would ask me back, because it's a question that I think when I ask that, it points back at me to say, if it were you, who would you have put there? All right? Football has always been clamoring for people with football at the heart. All right? It has suffered for many years with opportunists that have crept into the football setup and went in to eat the cake without sharing. Yeah,
but isn't that specific to a committee?
That's what I'm saying. When you look at the composition of the committee, I wish you would go committee by committee, and I would pick you names that don't deserve to be there.
Wow.
That's why I'm wearing these glasses today, because it would be difficult for me to walk in the streets of Ferrari. Because I would have taken bread out of other people's mouths. And by being honest and
but here's my take to this. Whilst there is maybe a bit of weight in what he's saying, I also feel it comes down to our perspective of the game. Football is not just about what is on field. So it has become a wider spectrum with different streams that are coming into, into the on-field experience. So if you're going to have PR gurus, because we want to build the brand of football, let's have people that are PR gurus. If you're going to have
not people who blast you and then you try to buy them by giving them a position. That's what happened.
But
these are not PR gurus.
You know what?
He has got a very good point.
Where I don't agree with
you know why he has got a good point?
Yeah, what?
Where he's got a good point is bring in PR gurus. All right? Not people who are guns for hire. That when they're outside, you know, they can hate you, you know, and then you give them positions to silence them up. You understand? So this is where the challenge is.
For me, I think it's a strength on the part of the appointing authorities to see a person. Suppose, wait, Valentine.
So let me attack. Let's make an experiment. Let me attack this.
They've appointed the committees.
Yeah, let me attack the. I'm telling you, they'll find a spot for me.
I want to drive home my point. I want to drive home my point. I look at you, whether you are attacking in courts or whatever you call it, then I see the capabilities. I look beyond, even if it's a personal attack on me, I look beyond the attack in court and see that if I can turn the energy
that's my philosophy.
For the betterment of the institution, then I will have you. I think for that I salute Mobile.
For me, that's my philosophy. Because I always say, as servants, we're not fighting, we have to work. If I see you that you are my enemy but still can do some good work, I'll award you for that. Because at the end of the day, it's about me being regarded as a good leader at the end of the day. But also, let's not forget how that can kill football, because there are certain toxicities or toxic characters that we don't want near our football for the longest.
Yeah, but if you're a great leader, then that won't happen.
That's what I'm saying.
Also,
that's what I'm saying.
I like people who can tell you the truth for what it is. People who not mince their words, they will tell you,
but
that is wrong.
No, Beben, when somebody's a proven 10 court,
well,
all right,
that's
problematic. Because these are people who are proven 10 courts. You know, today they're supporting so and so a certain cause. In as much as they know it's wrong, they'll support it because that's where their food is coming from.
Are you saying?
But they're not principled.
Are you saying
I believe in principled.
Are you saying opinions don't change? I'm a very principled person, as you know. I'm saying, are you saying opinions don't change?
There are different scenarios between being principled and you feeding your stomach and doing politics of the stomach. All right? Well, when you play politics of the stomach, all right, you can change any day, no matter the consequences. But if you are principled, you stand by a certain moral ground and say to yourself, yes, you have appointed me, but I'll remain a straitjacket.
I love these words that this guy uses. You know, when you say principles and principles, principles, these are laws that you are adhering to. They may be unwritten, but you are adhering to those laws religiously. If you go through that list, that takes a lot of discipline. Human beings, by nature, they have permanent interests. So sometimes what you may regard as flip-flopping is just a manifestation of human nature. To say, I have permanent interest and I'll go where my interests are best served. This is,
what does the game do thereafter?
What?
When you have such?
No, but I'm being pragmatic here. I'm telling you what all human beings are.
Yeah, but what I'm saying.
So there are no exceptions in this.
They don't have to be.
So the difference is maybe the extent to which people may go.
There you go.
But
now you're coming
reality,
home.
In reality, human beings are people that are centered on permanent interests.
Are we saying that this is a good initiative?
For me, 100% good.
Good initiative?
Yes.
Competition is where we...
Bad execution.
Bad execution.
I have no idea about bad execution because they haven't even failed. They've not failed at anything. So it remains to be seen if they fail. That's when bad can come in.
Okay, reservations set aside.
Time is always the greatest prophet.
We'll wait and see. What do you think of the composition of ZIFA committee? Each, if you didn't know, each committee has specific mandates such as technical development, marketing, refereeing standards, aimed at rejuvenating and professionalizing football management in Zimbabwe. Those were the mandates of the various committees.
We call them jobs for the kids and boys and girls.
That's Valentine Mabugu. The girls went to Angola, didn't come out with the result that we wanted. Can we say it was a bad result, or it's something that we can overturn when we play at home in South Africa?
A loss is always a bad result, but like you said, we have
at
to
home in South Africa.
Like you're saying, we've got to look at the causes sometimes. Look, I think this speaks to a lot of things. Actually, there is more to this defeat than meets the eye. You want to look at the positioning of our football, our league. The idea of us synchronizing with the rest of the world. That's where it comes into play. Whereas you're going to have some of these nations, they've got sharper and fitter players at these stages because their seasons are on.
Yeah, but our stadiums, man.
I know. That's why I said it speaks to a lot of things. Then from that, you also look at, do we have facilities that can then provide for our transition from January to November. You get it. So at the end of the day, it's guys, not just about...
That's a lame argument for the past 3-4 seasons. Why? Because we used to talk about the rainy season and the drainage system within our stadia and stuff like that, but it has changed. We now don't have rains in December, November, December, little, if at all, you know? So I think it's time to change. Let's face the bull, hold by its horns, and take it up.
Yeah, I think that's one thing to consider also, the climate change. Then again, we put aside the fitness levels of the team and stuff. I think